Today, we're going to build an app with AI that can actually accept payments. This was never possible until today. This is going to be a complete vibe coding a mobile app guide that you can send to the App Store and collect payments, which means make money. We're first going to build a mobile app with AI, then we're going to create a paywall that actually works without writing a single line of code. Then we're going to send our app to the App Store, and then we're going to test the paywall and see if it works and allows us to actually accept payment. My name is Riley Brown, and this right here is Muhammad. And we make videos like this every single week, so make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. It helps us out a lot. Let's dive in. So Muhammad, what app are we building today?
We're going to make a construction estimator app. So
There's no way this app makes money.
Dude, this app makes $4.8 million and it's growing. I've been tracking it for the last 2 months. It's exploding right now. And so basically what they do is they just help different construction companies make estimates about the projects with AI. And so you can see some of these pictures here. It'll give you AI generated images for a bathroom remodel or estimations in seconds. That's probably just generated with AI. And so this app is exploding, and I think that we can make this in vibe code.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to do.
So we'll make it in vibe code, and then we will actually add a paywall so that we can charge users.
Of course, yeah. And so I have a prompt ready here. And it's basically just explaining to the agent to make the base of it, not the functionality, because we'll add that later, since it's pretty heavy on AI. And so basically I just told it what it does.
So I want to build the base of my app, which will give contractors an estimate on the price of a job.
Yep.
It will be for various types of contractors, such as home improvement, fences, remodeling, kitchen upgrade, bathroom upgrade, etc. It will be used to keep track of progress of current jobs and to estimate new jobs. We will use AI for this, but do not implement this now. That's what I normally do.
Yeah.
We're going to use camera as well for AI eventually. So give these estimates and for jobs pictures. Okay, for now, build a beautiful base. We will add the functionality later. I like it.
Cool. All right, so we're just going to copy that and then head over to vibecode.dev, and then we can just paste that in. And I think I'm going to use Opus for this
gotta
one.
use Opus,
and
especially for the first prompt.
Yeah, we can just send that.
So Vibe Code uses Claude Code out of the box. So it's literally Claude Code that builds mobile apps, and you don't need to do any setup or anything. And yeah, so it's going to build the app, and then we'll make adjustments. I guess while it's loading, we could probably ready up the API.
Yeah. So I can head over to the API tab. We have a few new ones that I added today. So we have a few that we could choose from. And then you can click this arrow to read more and see the pricing if you wanted to. I think I will be using Nano Banana for the image generation. So maybe I want to keep it in the Gemini family and just use Gemini 3.
I think Gemini 3 is really good at images, as even at images as input.
Yeah. And it's pretty cheap. So we can use that. So we can add to prompt. Please use Gemini 3 for the AI estimation.
So it's done loading,
Yeah.
And now what?
I scanned the QR code, so I'm going to bring my phone up here.
So once it's done loading, you scan the QR code.
Yeah.
And right now Mohammed is using a tool called Bezel, which allows you to see your phone on the screen as he uses it. And he scanned it, and now this is the app that it's created. It's okay. Too many colors for my life.
You don't like it? Yeah.
The purple annoys me, but it's fine. It looks like it has all the features.
Yeah.
You want to go through it?
So this is my homepage. I think we got quick estimates here. And that's the same as this new estimate tab I see, which is cool. We have jobs to see I guess our current jobs that are going, and estimate scheduled, in progress, completed. We have this profile page, which I guess we can change to the business profile.
Mm-hmm.
Edit profile, notifications. These all don't do anything because I did tell the agent not to do anything.
So we should definitely just add that AI. For whatever reason, we lost our AI prompt. I guess we can go do that again.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're adding Gemini 3 Pro, and we're using this because I think it's the best for an image input.
Yeah. Please use Gemini for the AI estimates. And then it also added, so just photo estimates.
I would just kind of specify, so I can take a photo and it gives estimates.
Take a photo and it gives structured
estimates. Yeah.
Estimates. And it seems to be the only AI feature. We can add that Nano Banana one later where you take a picture of a bathroom and it remodels it. And also gives you, but we can do that later. We can just do this for now.
And then
And
I think
then-
we could pair it with the image that we generated.
Yeah.
We just toss that bad boy in there.
And please use this image as the app icon throughout the app.
All right, so this is the second prompt that we did. And after the first prompt, we created this. And now we can continue editing it with AI. And we're basically telling Claude Code what to do. And we have the APIs that we can reference super easily.
Yeah. All right. Looks like it's done. So we asked it to use Gemini for actually giving the estimates. So I see it. The button looks different. Fill in category, title, and description to use AI estimate. Okay. I know you spent a lot of time working on this studio, Riley, but I think it needs an upgrade.
Okay.
I think it needs a painting upgrade.
Okay.
And I think we need to paint the walls rainbow.
Rainbow, huh?
Yeah. And the walls are black now, but I want rainbow. And so I'm assuming the AI will estimate the price. So then we can take a photo here.
Okay.
This entire wall to be painted. And it's
I wish
analyzing.
during this animation it had like the photo. Oh, $6,000.
Medium confidence on that.
Okay. Medium confidence, $6,000.
Gives you like a scope of work. Apply a vibrant rainbow color scheme to the painted walls. 5-7 days. Then it gives you like a cost breakdown of the labor and material. That's cool. We could probably ask it to be more specific on like the cost breakdown of everything if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could do that in like version 2. I think
Yeah,
we should
yeah.
just get the MVP up and add this. Should we add the paywall or should we do the Nano Banana next?
Let's get right. Nano Banana would be like one prompt. So let's get that and then we'll do the paywall and start accepting payments.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I can go over to the API tab and then go to Images, Nano Banana Pro, the new one. I also want, after the estimate, to generate an image with the changes applied. So
Wait, so that'll happen automatically? Like when it showed you the 6,000, it'll just show the rainbow wall instead?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, finish typing this, and then I want to add one thing.
Okay, with the changes applied, so the users can show their clients.
Also, while it's loading, like when the AI is loading, and now we're going to have multiple AIs loading at the same time, I want the original image being shown there so that, you know, like the user can see it while it's loading. And then once it's done loading, it'll switch to the new image and also have the cost breakdown below it.
Yeah, with all of the other stuff. And also let the user go full screen into the new photo so they can see it all and exit. That sounds like a good prompt.
Ship it.
Ship it. Yeah, we'll wait for that to finish. It's done.
Let's give it a test.
So let's see the Nano Banana. We can do painting again. We can do the same one.
Do the rainbow. I like the rainbow.
Rainbow walls. I want paint these walls rainbow. Okay.
Take a photo. Nice. Okay, there we go. The last time it was literally just like the spinner
Yeah.
over a black screen, which is boring. This is looking a lot better.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So there's a cool little animation, and I can see the rainbow walls.
Very cool.
And I guess I could show those to my clients and be like, this is what it would look
Okay,
like.
so last time it said 4,500 or 6,000. You know,
6,500.
yeah.
You could probably fine tune. You could definitely fine tune.
You could definitely fine tune it, but like it works. You know, I think this is a good version 1. You know, it's a good estimate. After all, it is an estimate.
Yeah, and so we can use that estimate and it pops up there. And then you can continue just doing these upgrades to this app. Like we can do so many things. Like we can make all of this work. We can like set up database if we wanted to. But the point of this video is to show off the payments. And so
Yeah.
that's what
And
we should do now.
so what we wanted to really do in this video is to focus on how to make money. Because I feel like this app is already good enough for someone out there to buy the app after just 3 prompts. And so what I want to do is drill down into payments. So we're going to add payments and we're not going to write a single line of code. And I want to talk about what it means to add payments and what happens when we add payments, because I think a lot of people missed it in our last video.
Right. And so, yeah. So it's a new feature now that we have a payments tab at the bottom. And I'm going to start the flow from the very beginning. Like this is how you'll see it if you've never done this before.
And so when you press payments, it says connect Revenue Cat.
Yeah.
So what is Revenue Cat?
So Revenue Cat is basically the middleman that sits between you and your users. So for anyone that's like ever made like a web app, it's kind of like Stripe, but not really. With Revenue Cat, you get the the system payment, like if you ever subscribe to something on Apple, and there's like a little card that comes up and you double click the home button and it scans your face and you pay for it. That is native to Apple, and the purchases go to Apple. And you can like easily manage subscriptions. And yeah, so basically it just does that. It just makes everything a lot easier. So the first step we're going to do here is connect RevenueCat.
Okay.
And then it automatically creates a project, which we'll get into.
Okay.
So to connect it, we just hit this button.
Ooh, nice.
I'm already signed in. It'll just ask you to sign in, and then this will come up as well.
And then you just authorize it, basically giving Vibecode access to your RevenueCat.
Yeah. And you can create an account as well. It's free. And you'll get this screen as well.
Very cool.
So we can authorize it, and it was successful. And now, so we can see the step you were talking about.
Okay, so it automatically created a project?
Not yet. Not yet. First, I have to just enter my display name. And so this is like the name that you're going to see on the home screen, like that users will see.
Oh, I see.
And so I already have a name here, Contractor Pro, so I'll just use that.
Okay.
All right, cool. And then, and so during this process, it creates a RevenueCat project and then an Apple app for your RevenueCat. And so a RevenueCat project is sort of like this top-down like group for your app, basically.
Okay. And it basically it has all of the data of what users have purchased, what subscription.
Yeah, and it's cross-platform.
And so when you create a new RevenueCat project, there's different products that you can have within it. And I think that's where this screen comes in right here.
Yeah.
Once it's done loading, it says what to do next. And we've put some placeholders in, like create a monthly subscription for $4.99, make the settings page premium only, create a lifetime access product, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. And so usually that step takes a long time because there's products and offerings and entitlements, but you don't have to worry about any of that because the agent can do it itself.
Wow.
So we can just start with this pre-selected one, but instead of $4.99, I kind of want it just to be $9.99.
So we're gonna make it $9.99.
And that's for a monthly subscription. Then we can do a yearly plan for $49.99.
I like it.
And so it'll do both.
And then
of these.
What I like to do here is I would say add a paywall when a user does a certain action in the app. I would say
when the user tries creating a job. And so we can send that, and then we can see the agent.
And so now it's loading. Do you want to pull up RevenueCat and see the project that was created? So if you go to RevenueCat, you can log into your account, and it log into this obviously the same account that you connected. And here we can go.
I have a bunch of projects. Contractor Pro, that was our
Contractor Pro. And so we have 0 MRR. Obviously, we have no one who's signed up so far.
Yeah.
But that will change when we start testing it, because we're going to test it with sandbox data.
Yeah.
And I guess we can talk about that now while the agent is creating the paywall. Right now, you can either have real data or sandbox data.
Yeah.
And then the sandbox data is basically what allows us to test it before, you can, turn it on right there. Sandbox
data.
What is it when it's,
It's just live data, yeah.
Cool.
And so, so it's going to build the subscriptions inside of Vibecode, and then you can test it by doing a test purchase of the subscription, and then you'd see it inside of RevenueCat when your sandbox data is on.
Very cool.
And then if we go to product catalog, it all starts out empty. Maybe the agent has it hasn't added anything yet.
But it's doing that right now. The agent is currently adding a product.
Yeah, it's currently doing that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like it's done. So we can test out the paywall by creating a new job. Paint walls, doesn't matter. We're just testing it out. And then Riley, cool. Create estimate, and that's my paywall.
Wow. Okay, so it added this paywall. How does it work? Can you use it?
Yeah, so let's hit the subscribe button, and then you're going to get this screen, which is just a test screen. This is not what your users are going to see. It's going to show up it's going to show the
the little thing that will scan your face if you want to do Apple Pay.
Yeah. And we'll show that after we submit it to the App Store. So we can test a valid purchase of a monthly subscription, and then it gives me the success message.
And so in theory, it should show the $9.99 in RevenueCat.
Yeah. So we can go back to RevenueCat, go to Overview, move my phone out of the way, and we can see I have one active subscription for $10 MRR.
And at the bottom, it says a few seconds ago,
Yeah.
someone signed up for $9.99.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then, yeah, it created all of the products and entitlements. And yeah, and I do want to do one thing. You can do something cool. Revenue Cat has these new paywalls and this new paywall editor that you can use. Our paywall is okay, but it could be better.
So you can just select from an existing paywall?
Yeah, so they have like a bunch of templates here. And like this one kind of matches us, I guess. We could obviously change all of this. I'm not going to change all of it.
Right now, yeah, just
Contractor Pro. You know what? That's fine. And then we can publish that, confirm publish. And then we go back to offerings, and it looks like it's already linked to that paywall. Then I can go back to the Vibecode agent and ask it to please use the paywall I created in Revenue Cat instead of ours, since ours is a little ugly.
Yeah, just a little bit.
After you submit this to the App Store, you can change the paywall live, like over the air. So it'll change instantly, even after you deploy it, in case we want to make any changes to it. So yeah, and then if we go back to product catalog, we will see that the Apple status is not ready yet. And that's because we have to configure a few things inside of Revenue Cat to make it work.
Gotcha.
It's only like 3 steps, and then we'll go over that.
Okay.
So after this is done, we'll submit it to the App Store, and we'll go over that.
Amazing.
Okay, it looks like it's done updating, so we should see the new paywall that we created in Revenue Cat, and there it is with our annual and monthly subscription.
Sign up for annual this time.
Sure, why not? Cool, we get the success message, and then I should be able to create the estimate, which I just did. And then if we go over to Revenue Cat and refresh, we will see $50 now.
Oh yeah, and then while it was loading, we did you canceled the previous user. So
Yeah.
Do you want to show how you did that? Because sometimes you want to test the paywall again, but if you've already signed up in the app that you make, then you won't be shown the paywall again.
Yeah, and if you don't want to wait like the 30 minutes, you can just click on the user, like I just did, and then scroll down, and you'll see delete user. And then we can confirm. And then if you refresh the app inside of Vibecode, then you'd be able to see the paywall again.
Okay. And so you can see the paywall. Okay, great.
That'd be great if you wanted to test how it would work if like a user canceled the subscription or something like that. So
cool.
Great. And so that's pretty much all set up. And then when you do set up payments inside of Vibecode, we set it up such that when you submit to the App Store, it'll just like work. Like you don't have to do anything. It'll just work. And so the app is ready to be shipped to the App Store and accept payments. And so we can go over here to share and publish to App Store. And then we can just click a few of these buttons. That's the name I want. Yeah. We can make a logo calculator with price tag. And then we could upload our own if we had one, but this is fine for now.
I think this is great. It's super easy to upload it later.
That looks good.
Great.
We'll use that. And then if you don't have an Expo Access token, you can just click this link and get one. And then just paste it in here.
And it's completely free. All you need is an Expo token, which will allow the app that's built on Vibecode to be sent to the App Store.
Yeah.
And then
so we
press
just
start build.
Need that token. And then this usually takes like 5 minutes-ish. And then you'll get a success with a link to view the build process, which we'll see in a sec. All right, so it looks like the build is finished. And if we head over to Expo, you can see that the build has succeeded, and then the submission has succeeded.
Amazing.
So if we go now to App Store Connect.
App Store Connect. Okay, so for those who are brand new and maybe they've just used the Vibecode app a few times and they've sent an app to the App Store, this is where you manage your app. Like this is where you would have to submit it through if you weren't doing it through this method.
Yeah.
And you will have to do some stuff on App Store Connect to get it on the actual App Store, like such as uploading screenshots for your app, uploading a description, privacy policy in terms of services and stuff.
Yeah, those are all needed. So if you click on the app, you'll see like you can upload the screenshots here, description, keywords. And then if you don't know like what else you need to do, you can just go to like add review, and it'll tell you like a bunch of stuff that you need to do. And so I don't have any of these done. You don't have to do these for the test flight. And so test flight is basically like the last time you're going to test your app before you submit it. So it's like production, everything is like production level.
Okay.
Besides purchases, those are still sandboxed.
Got you.
Everything else, it's how it will be in the App Store. And so usually when I submit an app, I'd like to test it in test flight. And you can see that Expo created the test flight build. But like I mentioned before, if we go back to RevenueCat and go to the products, which is basically our subscriptions, you'll see that there's some things that we need to do first. And so inside of App Store Connect again, go to the main distribution page. And if you scroll down on the left side, you'll see a place for in-app purchases and subscriptions. We did subscriptions. If you did in-app purchases, you'll go there. But since we did subscriptions, we're going to go inside, and then we can see that there's no products or groups. And so you can add that manually in RevenueCat, or you could ask the agent inside of Vibecode to push the apps from RevenueCat inside of App Store Connect. So you don't have to do like any manual configuration there.
Got it. Okay. Let's see this.
So, and actually it's one of the preset things. So deploy my RevenueCat product to App Store Connect.
Got it. Okay. So you can type this prompt and it will just create those products within App Store Connect.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we can just send that one. And so that will create the products in App Store Connect.
And then once that's done and it creates those, what else do we have to do? We have to test the test flight version and make sure the paywall works. Is that right?
Yeah, we have to do that. And then we have to do one thing in RevenueCat, which is we have to like give it some permissions to allow us to look at the App Store Connect purchases.
Got it.
And that RevenueCat needs that so it can do receipt validation, which basically means it just checks if the user is subscribed or not, basically.
Got it.
And so we need to upload some things there, which we'll get into. And so we can see here that the agent knew that it can't push without the credentials I was talking about. And so it gives me steps here on how to do it. So what we can do, number one, go to App Store Connect and then go to users and then grab a key. And so the key it needs is the App Store Connect key. So we can go to RevenueCat.
Wait, so you go to...
Sorry, you go to apps and providers, and you go to the pre-created Apple app for Contractor Pro or your app there. And then you'll see some things that it needs. And so we can do the first one, in-app purchase key configuration. And it gives you a reason why. And there's some like docs that they have to make it easier. And so we can go to App Store Connect. And then here at the very top, you'll see users and access. You're going to want to click that. And then after that, you're going to go to integrations. And then you're going to see in-app purchase. And here you're going to create the key. And so we can add a new one with this plus button and call it Contractor Pro RevenueCat. And then we're going to create that. And then make sure you download it. You only have like one chance to download it. If you refresh, it's just going to go away. So you're going to download that. And then go back to RevenueCat, and then you can just drag and drop that one in here. And then it says credential needs attention. You need this issuer ID. And if you go back to App Store Connect, you'll see it at the top of the same page, issuer ID.
And you just copy it.
You can copy that, and then you can paste that. And then now you have valid credentials.
Amazing.
Cool. And then you also need App Store Connect API. And so this is basically the same thing. Instead of in-app purchases on the left here, you'll just see App Store Connect API. You'll click that, create another one. Contractor Pro RevenueCat. And then you want to give it just total access. And then generate, download, same thing. And then we can drag that inside of here. This one's called auth key. Okay, and it also needs the issuer ID. So you can find that at the top here. And then you just paste that in. And then you also need a vendor number. And this is different. But RevenueCat gives you a link you can click right here, which will take you to the page in App Store Connect. And you can find your vendor number at the top left right here. You just paste it in there. And it should be good to go. You don't need to really do anything else. You don't need Apple server-to-server notifications. So yeah, that should be good. So we're going to save changes. In-app purchases, that's valid credentials, and App Store Connect API valid credentials. Cool. Now the App Store should be ready to submit. So now we can go back to the Vibecode app. Just copy and paste.
Yeah, so you would normally do what you just did before you type this prompt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you do anything out of order, the agent will tell you.
Okay.
And then it basically gave the same instructions. And then we can say, okay, I've given the credentials. Try again.
Cool. And so can you scroll up to your original prompt? I just
Yeah.
want to see it again. So you said deploy and create my revenue products to the App Store Connect with your connections.
Yeah.
And the reason it wasn't able to do that is you didn't basically give Revenue Cat those keys from your App Store Connect, which allows you to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
And so now that I've done that, it should be able to create the two products, because we had monthly and yearly, and a few other things that you don't have to really worry about.
Very cool.
Okay, so it looks like the agent is done. It pushed the monthly and yearly.
It did that really fast, like 10,
Yeah.
20 seconds.
So it's just two little things, and then both products are now live in App Store Connect. And so now if we go back to our apps and go back to Contractor Pro, back down to subscriptions, you'll see Contractor Pro Premium, and then you'll have a monthly subscription and a yearly subscription. Now that you've done that, few more little things that you have to do.
Great.
And this is just Apple being Apple. But once you do them once, you don't have to ever do them again. So it's just like a one-time setup. So I'm just going to, inside of my subscriptions, I'm just going to go into one. I'm going to go to my monthly subscription. And then you'll see the status here says missing metadata. And that basically means I just have to like set up just like a few things like the pricing and the name of it, I suppose. So I'll do that. Availability, I'll just do all countries. And then subscription pricing, this was $9.99. And then it'll automatically convert it to the currencies. Pretty soon, the agent will be able to like do this pricing stuff for you. But for now, we're going to have to do that. Localization, just like the name of it. Premium Contractor Pro. Add that. And then this image is optional. You also need a screenshot of the paywall so Apple reviewers can look at it. And so we're going to just grab a screenshot here. So I went on my phone and just took a screenshot of the paywall. Yeah, I know they do. Okay, so I've sent it to my computer. I'm just going to drag and drop it in. Cool. Review notes optional. It's pretty self-explanatory. Oh, dimensions are wrong. Okay, and so once you do that, you can go back and then you can do the same thing if you have two subscriptions. I'll do that off camera just so like, so I don't waste it. Yeah. And then after you do that, you also have to do a localization for the group of the subscriptions. So, I mean, it sort of makes sense here. It's like premium, but the only difference is the time span, but you get the same access.
Got it.
And so you're going to need a group name. And so in this case, it's premium. And then we can just use the app name in English, create.
That makes sense.
Cool.
Can you explain that just one more? So what is the group? The group? What is it?
The group. Okay. So I have two subscriptions technically.
Got you. Like monthly and yearly.
Yeah, but they offer the same privileges. The only difference is how often they get charged and by how much.
Okay. So there's two subscriptions of the same product.
Yeah.
Which is the group is the premium access.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
And then if you have like two different subscriptions that offer two different things, the agent will know and then create two separate groups that you have to name.
Makes sense.
And since both of my subscriptions are on the same paywall, we're just going to send the same picture and then just like yearly sub. And then this should work. We're going to save that. And then you can see up here the status is now from missing metadata to ready to submit. And so awesome. Now we're ready to test it on test flight. And so we can go to test flight. We can see that the build number is 1. And since Expo already created this group, I should have a link in my email to accept this. Okay, in this case, I didn't get the email immediately. You should get an email that looks like this. And if you don't, you can go into internal testing. And then you just select yourself. And then you just re-invite. And then you should get this email. And so we're going to open the app inside of test flight.
Okay, so this is the app that we created on Vibecode that we sent to the App Store. Now we're opening it in test flight, not in Vibe Code.
Yeah. And so now this is like a production level app now. Okay. Opens up instantly. Cool. It's the same app that we had in Vibe Code. Everything looks the exact same. And then we can see the paywall and see if that works. Just do random stuff. Riley. Great estimate. And then we do get the paywall. And if you go to continue, you'll get this like Apple pop-up. And so we can subscribe. And then here you would put in your beta testing information. And then you'd put in your login information there, and then it should go through. I did that off camera to hide my password, but
nice.
You would get that, and then you just do continue. And then, cool, you get premium just like you would.
Wait, you just paid?
It wasn't technically paying. No, I didn't pay real money since it's test flight.
Oh,
but
we're still doing test flight. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Essentially, I would have to pay if it was deployed on the App Store.
On the App
It's
Store.
the same
Got
thing. And then we go over to Revenue Cat.
And it'll show up in the sandbox.
Yeah,
data.
it'll show up in the sandbox. It'll switch instantly right when it's live on the real App Store. Then it'll actually charge real money. But right now, it's still sandbox data.
Okay, and then so right now the app is in test flight, and once you submit it to the App Store, is there anything that you need to do to make sure that the real payments go through?
No, it's already right now.
It's already right now.
Yeah.
So we built an app that allows us to take a photo of something, and then it will analyze it with AI, generate a new image with AI, and and we added a paywall with payments integrated.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Without writing a single line of code.
That's great. Anyway, so that's a video. I encourage you guys, let us know in the comments what we should build next. This video was meant to focus basically mostly on the payment side. And if we missed anything or you get stuck anywhere, please join the Discord. I'll put a link to our Discord below, and you can ask as many questions as you want. Kihan will be in there all week helping people get through with payments. If you run into any problems, just let us know in the Discord and we'll help you through it. I know this might have seemed like a lot towards the end, but like we're going to work to make this easier and easier. And yeah, we're just going to make a ton of tutorials going forward until everyone kind of understands it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Thank you guys.
Peace.